how did you feel when somebody helped you out? Think about it for a little bit. Now, similarly, how did you feel when you helped somebody else out? Well, volunteering significantly impacts everybody that surrounds you, including yourself and your peers. I've been part of a volunteering organization here in my local town ever since I was a little kid. I've helped out with our local Lions Club. But when I got into high school, I joined the miniature version of the Lions Club called the Leos Club. And I've got my shirt here to prove that, but I've also have a picture of me working at one of the Lions Club annual functions, the ice fishery. When evaluating the pros and cons of the mindset people have on volunteering, the benefits definitely outweigh the negative impacts that people might think volunteering is. After listening to this short speech, I hope you gain some knowledge and some background to the benefits of volunteering, and the next time you come across the opportunity to volunteer, you will consider it very differently. Now, volunteering can be described in 3 different ways: mentally, socially, and the experience it brings. And I will talk about the different pros and cons that people think about it. Now, the benefits of the mentality standpoint come from that it can be very stress relieving. You might have a lot going on in your life and you might need some way to escape from that phenomenon, so volunteering can be that escape. Ashley Wilson's did a short study that community service does have a significant correlation to a well-being of humans. So that means that when you do volunteering, that it has a good feeling inside that you can relax and not have that stress to go along with your life. I've also came to conclude that volunteering for myself also has a relief on schoolwork or even work itself. So I've been a part of the Lions Club and Leo's Club for my whole life, and when I go and do some of those functions, it kind of takes the relief out of some of the pressure of my daily life. And it also mentally can develop a new skill for you that you might not know you had. And that can definitely be a new social aspect, which is a big part of volunteering. So the benefits to volunteering has social impact, and the social impact is that you get to meet new people. And this is a picture of 2 people meeting each other for the first time, and it definitely can have a lot of benefit, because when you're applying for a job, you might have to encounter different interactions with other people. So meeting new people is very important to everyone's lives. Now, Ellen Miller states that volunteering is looking beyond themselves to help others, frequently inspiring others to join their efforts. So that basically says that you're getting other people to inspire others as well through volunteering. So you might want to take your friends along, bring them along, so that way they can volunteer as well and get the same experience that you might need. And now that leads to the experience standpoint of why volunteering is so important. Well, volunteering can lead to many different things. It can lead to a certain job, such as the one that I got for this upcoming summer. When I applied for that certain position, I got a lot of questions asked about who I am and what I like to do. And I told them that I was a big volunteer guy. And they said, "Oh, that's really cool." So that kind of built my resume for what I wanted to do. And otherwise, the experience can also get you to some higher levels of volunteering that could be unpaid, but it could look good on a resume. But also, some volunteering opportunities could lead to paying positions, and those paying positions could be your future career down the road. So volunteering has a significant impact mentally, socially, and the experience it brings. But some people might think otherwise, that it might have a negative impact on them, so it also might have a mental, social, and experience-based standpoint that they might think is a bad thing. Some of the cons of the mentality standpoint some people might have is best stated from Andrew Madala. States that some people feel that the work doesn't allow for enough time to have a positive impact. So even though that it's a short time that they're volunteering, they don't think it would have a significant impact later down the road. Others might feel like it's just another job, it's only adding time to my daily life, and that mentality of not enough time to make a positive impact is what some people think volunteering is for them. But socially, it can be a difficult situation for some people because you might have to deal with people that you are not friends with or don't like, but also meeting new people might not be your strong suit, and I get that. But sometimes meeting new people is always a benefit impact. So sometimes people have the mentality that volunteering may not have a positive impact for themselves and others. Otherwise, then, for the experience, they're like, oh yeah, it's just all about the experience, but you got to take in consideration that it does have an impact. But sometimes what people think for the experience standpoint is that it could limit your job search to getting a paid position or finding something that might better your career. But you also have to think, on the flip side, it could help you down the road. But some people have that mindset that it might not help them down the road. So the negative impacts that people think are mentally, socially, and the experience that it brings. But having a positive outlook on volunteering outweighs the negative impacts one may presume. So the next time the opportunity comes for volunteering, you will consider the benefits that it has and flush out the negative impacts you may think it has, so that way